Hey guys, we're back with another video. Welcome back to Sports Bar. And like you can see in his background, we're talking about Premier League. Premier League has just ended, and we already know the winners of Premier League. That is Liverpool. They won the league even before so many games were yet to happen. And yeah, first we'll talk about Liverpool. How Liverpool went from trying to win a treble to trying to win a domestic treble. And then at the end they had to satisfy with only the League Cup which they won after 30 years. So let's talk about Liverpool. In my opinion, the Liverpool and their fans deserve to celebrate the way they're celebrating because, like I said, it is a fantastic victory and a much awaited victory for Liverpool. So yeah, that's what I feel. I feel that they really deserve to celebrate the way they are celebrating right now.
Again, as you mentioned earlier, they went from winning the table to winning the domestic table to winning just winning the Premier League. I don't think so. मतलब लिवरपूल फैंस को मतलब बुरा नहीं लगा क्योंकि एक तो बहुत टाइम हो गया मतलब it was a long time before they won the league and they were champions of England again. So I think so. This Premier League victory is greater than last year's Champions League because Champions League they had won previously 5 times, and Premier League they have none Premier Leagues. They have 18 league titles, but they don't have any Premier League title. So again, मेरे हिसाब मतलब I think that कि this Premier League title जो Premier League का जो title जीता है उन्होंने, maybe this is their best, maybe कुछ time के लिए ये उनका best title रहेगा क्योंकि obviously 30 साल का बड़ा वेट मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा वेट होता है मतलब सबके लिए. So again, Liverpool fans won't mind winning Premier League just this season, but I would like to see that Liverpool next season मतलब next season में Liverpool Premier League और Champions League दोनों को टारगेट करें. If they have managed to win Premier League and Champions League both in one season and they are capable of doing that, तो बहुत नंबर वन टीम कहेंगे हम लोग उसको इंग्लैंड की फिलहाल तो.
All thanks to Jurgen Klopp, who's brought that winning mentality back into the team. And we all know that last year they also won the UEFA Champions League, and now this season they won the Premier League as well. So as far as the present situation is concerned, Liverpool are the champions of both Premier League and the current champions of UEFA Champions League. And I love how Virgil van Dijk was celebrating with both the trophies. So thumbs up for Liverpool. And now we'll talk about the other teams. Yeah, we'll talk about other teams. We'll talk about Manchester City. And Manchester City, I'm not gonna say that they were bad. They were good, but they have really disappointed because we all expected Manchester City to give Liverpool that kind of competition, but that did not happen. Liverpool was far ahead from Manchester City, and Manchester City is now dwelling at the number 2. And I don't think they would be satisfied because the kind of team Manchester City is, the kind of team Manchester City was in this season. We all expected them to at least give them competition, if not finish first.
Again, as you said, कि Manchester City was not bad. They were just not good as they were in previous season because the standard of Premier League, first मतलब नहीं जब 5-6 साल पहले, if you get 81 points, 82 points, you are guaranteed to win Premier League. बट अब मतलब स्टैंडर्ड चेंज हुआ है, लेवल बढ़ गया है काफ़ी ज़्यादा, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब लेवल हैज इंक्रीज्ड डिफिकल्टी. नाउ इफ यू लिवरपूल लास्ट टाइम मैनेज टू गेट 97 पॉइंट, मतलब 97 पॉइंट लेके भी लिवरपूल लास्ट टाइम प्रीमियर लीग नहीं जीत पाए थे. तो अगेन यू कैन सी कि लेवल कितना बढ़ गया है प्रीमियर लीग का एंड व्हाट लेवल यू नीड टू गो टू विन द प्रीमियर लीग. So again, 81 points in the season, it's not a bad season, but compared to previous season, when Manchester City managed to get 100 points and 98 points, if you compare that to this side, again, बहुत ज़्यादा disappoint किया Manchester City ने. We all thought कि like last year it would go down to the wire. Maybe that Manchester City and Liverpool game which we saw 1 week ago, that would be the title decider. But yeah, Liverpool managed to steamroll their way just like they did last year. And Manchester City, I think so, they let off somewhere. They were not as good as they were. But still, Manchester City have a chance to the season अच्छा करने का एक मौका है Champions League जीत के. If they manage to win Champions League again, it will be a good season for them. And I would think that they would build on that to win again. Like I said, as for Liverpool, if Liverpool manage to win Premier League and Champions League both in one season, then they will be the greatest team. And again, Manchester City are also capable of doing that. They can win the Premier League and Champions League in one season. But let's see who does it for. I think so. The which team, Manchester City or Liverpool, any one of them, which would manage to win दोनों अगर एक साथ जीत पाए एक सीजन में, then I think so that would be the greatest England team of all time. And मतलब थोड़ा मतलब 1-2 साल में ऐसा लगा है कि मतलब लिवरपूल और मैनचेस्टर सिटी इज टर्निंग इनटू एल क्लासिको ऑफ इंग्लैंड फुटबॉल, बिकॉज बहुत ज़्यादा लेवल बढ़ गया है तो दोनों टीम्स का. एज यू ऑल नो, दे आर फियर्स राइवल, एक दूसरे को बहुत ज़्यादा हेट करते हैं एकदम. स्पेशली आफ्टर 2018 में जब लिवरपूल ने मैन सिटी को चैंपियंस लीग के बाहर निकाला था. And again, everybody hates them. Again, everybody both hate each other. And we all know the level, Jurgen Klopp और Pep Guardiola का पहले से rivalry चल गया Bundesliga से. That rivalry has come here. So again, it has gone to an El Clasico level status because again both teams are fantastic and 97, 98 points and then again 99, 81 points again. Next season, this will be I think so the one to watch for again. All non-football fans जो भी फुटबॉल नहीं देखते क्या चाहिए उनको लोग भी क्या चाहिए ये मैच देखेंगे क्योंकि अगेन मैंने जैसे कहा मतलब एल क्लासिको का स्टेटस मिल गया इस मैच को. तो अगेन सैड टू सी कि मतलब मैन सिटी कम्पीट नहीं कर पाया इस बार. लेकिन अगेन आई वुड होप कि नेक्स्ट सीजन थोड़ा टफ हो प्रीमियर लीग थोड़ा मतलब नहीं कॉम्पिटिशन मिले.
You said that the level of Premier League has increased since the top two teams or the top few teams at the top are scoring about 100 or 97, 98 points. But do you think the overall competition in the Premier League or any league concern is reducing because the top few teams are scoring so many points, but the other teams aren't winning so many games? Or to put in simple words, the difference between the middle and the bottom teams and the difference between the top teams, the difference in the points table. So, do you think that is a point of concern?
I do feel कि मतलब बहुत टेंशन की बात है क्योंकि we all know कि Liverpool there are only 2 teams or 3 teams which are challenging for Premier League and as we saw this season सिर्फ मैनचेस्टर सिटी और लिवरपूल ही मतलब चैलेंज कर रहे थे टाइटल के लिए. बाकी सब तो मतलब लेस्टर चेल्सी मैन यूनाइटेड एंड दे वर लुकिंग टू जस्ट फिनिश इन टॉप 4. अगेन आई थिंक सो कि मतलब बहुत सारी टीम्स को मतलब टाइम लगेगा उस लेवल पे जाने के लिए. इफ वी लुक एट द लिवरपूल वे लिवरपूल का मतलब इसमें कुछ मतलब ये नहीं है दे जस्ट दे उन्होंने सिर्फ कितना मतलब 70 मिलियन के ऊपर सिर्फ 2 प्लेयर को खरीदा दैट इज वैन डाइक एंड एलिसन एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ ऑल इज मतलब मैनेजर की मेंटालिटी दैट क्लॉप्स मेंटालिटी रेस्ट ऑल इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट क्योंकि बिकॉज इफ यू लुक एट दैट गैप वो गैप कैसे आया मैच सिटी वी ऑल नो कि मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा मनी स्पेंडिंग किया उन्होंने बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स खरीदे हैं एंड ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ दैट दे आर सो गुड. बट अगेन इफ यू टॉक अबाउट लाइक दैट देन टीम्स ऑल्सो हैव अ चांस मतलब अपने लिए कुछ अपना भी गेम बढ़ा है बिकॉज लिवरपूल सर्टेनली रेज द गेम अगेंस्ट बिकॉज मैच सिटी 2 सीजन अगो मैच सिटी जस्ट स्टीम रोलिंग. तो अगेन अगेंस्ट मैच सिटी लिवरपूल रेज द गेम एंड आई फील कि मतलब नहीं क्या जो टीम्स है चेल्सी मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड दे आल्सो कैन रेज द गेम एंड कुछ ग्लिम्सेस दिखे अभी सीजन में कि चेल्सी का भी मतलब चेल्सी ने मैच सिटी को हराया 2-1. लिवरपूल मैन यू अगेन गॉट अ पॉइंट अगेंस्ट लिवरपूल एंड मैन यू डिफीटेड सिटी ट्वाइस दिस सीजन अगेन. थोड़े ग्लिम्सेस दिखे तो विथ प्रॉपर थोड़ा प्रॉपर थोड़ा टाइम क्योंकि आई थिंक सो मैन यू इज बिकॉज अगर ये सीजन अगले सीजन की बात की आई थिंक सो लिवरपूल मैन सिटी एक्चुअली गोना चैलेंज फॉर टाइटल बट आई थिंक कि चेल्सी एंड मैन यूनाइटेड वो लोग भी अपना गेम रेस करेंगे थोड़ा सा. And Chelsea, we all know Chelsea ने planning भी किया Atkins Gates को sign किया they have signed Timo Werner as well. So again they are working on that part only. They are trying to raise that game. And if you talk about और थोड़ा नीचे आए तो हम लोग थोड़ा बात करेंगे मतलब नहीं Arsenal and Tottenham and all. So again they are far away from the competition, the rest of the competition. Again if you talk about if Manchester City and Liverpool are here, then Chelsea United are here and Arsenal and Tottenham are below here. So again उनको भी अपना गेम रेस करना पड़ेगा. एंड अगेन मतलब इट्स इन्वॉल्विंग गेम कि मतलब स्टिल नहीं है कुछ अभी मतलब यू नीड टू इवॉल्व आपको हमेशा इवॉल्व होना पड़ेगा. यू नीड टू एक्सचेंज योर गेम इफ अदर टीम्स आर मैनेज टू गेट 90 एमिंग टू गेट 90 एंड 100 पॉइंट्स तुमको भी टारगेट करना चाहिए कि यार मतलब 90-80 पॉइंट्स तो नहीं जमेगा एटलीस्ट 80 पॉइंट्स तो मतलब 75-80 पॉइंट्स तो ट्राई टू टेक पॉइंट्स ऑफ द टॉप टीम्स अगर आप ये कर पाए तो अगेन इफ यू टेक पॉइंट्स ऑफ लिवरपूल एंड मैनचेस्टर सिटी दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू फिनिश 95 पॉइंट्स 90 पॉइंट्स 100 पॉइंट्स. अगेन बाकी दो टीम्स को भी अपना गेम बनाना पड़ेगा. इट्स अ कंसर्न बट या बाकी टीम्स ने अगर अपना गेम अगर स्टेप अप किया थोड़ा गेम इंक्रीज किया अगेन इट्स पॉसिबल कि मतलब फिर से वो 80 पॉइंट्स 85 पॉइंट्स वाला सीजन आ जाए वापस.
Yeah, in my opinion, if there's very less gap between in the points table, then it's a fine teams competing against each other in a better way. Then we can say that this league is becoming interesting. So that's what I feel. And if we talk about Manchester United and Leicester City, these two teams were racing against each other to the UEFA Champions League. And yesterday Manchester United defeated Leicester City. And do you think Leicester City would be disappointed because they spent more than half of the league in the top 4 and at the end they were they were kicked out of the top four, and now they are at the fifth position. So very disappointing season for Leicester because they couldn't end it well.
अगेन एज वी ऑल बिकॉज जब हम लोग बात करेंगे जब प्री लॉकडाउन अगेन बहुत बड़ा गैप था मतलब एटलीस्ट आई थिंक सो 10 पॉइंट्स का गैप था जब आधा सीजन हुआ था तब 19 आफ्टर 19 गेम्स में 10-12 पॉइंट्स का गैप था बहुत मतलब अच्छा गैप था एंड एवरीबॉडी थॉट कि यार लेस्टर इज गोना प्ले फिनिश टॉप 4 दे आर गोना विन दे आर गोना प्ले इन चैंपियंस लीग नेक्स्ट सीजन एंड मे बी पीपल वर टॉकिंग यू नो कि मतलब लेस्टर इज चैलेंजिंग लिवरपूल नॉट सिटी बिकॉज एक पॉइंट था कि मतलब लेस्टर सिटी वाज सेकंड एंड मैन सिटी वाज थर्ड again मतलब Leicester City has everybody let their fans down but
Let
I
their
think
fans
so
down.
कि मतलब this is a good sign कि मतलब although they have spent most of the time you know कि मतलब top 4 में finish किया लेकिन ये नहीं कर पाए so again they had injuries they had couple of injuries again I think so कि मतलब talented squad है लेकिन again they need to work on you know the backup they have you know because if their main player get injured then again who's gonna score goals for them who's gonna you know defend well and all ओके थोड़ा मतलब वर्क करना पड़ेगा उस एरिया में बट स्टिल यूरोपा लीग इज नॉट अ बैड थिंग फॉर देम बिकॉज अगेन नेक्स्ट सीजन मे बी यू नो दे कुड मैनेज टू गेट इन दैट टॉप 4 अगेन सिचुएशन अगेन डिसअपॉइंटिंग फॉर देम टू नॉट फिनिश इन टॉप 4 बट आई थिंक सो थोड़ा मतलब इतना भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि बिकॉज दे हैव स्टिल हैव यूरोपा लीग टू वर्क ऑन and who knows maybe they are good if you know they manage to win Europa League next season because I back them to do so because in Europa League as we all know competition इतना ज़्यादा कुछ होता नहीं है Europa League में it depends कि चैंपियनशिप से टॉप आउट करके कौन आता है but again if Leicester manage to win Europa League next season which I think so they could manage to do again they could be in the that could be again a very good European silverware भले ही मतलब लेस्टर जैसी टीम के लिए चैंपियंस लीग और यूरोपा लीग सेम ही होगा इफ दे मैनेज टू विन यूरोपा लीग दे विल सेलिब्रेटेड एट चैंपियंस लीग ही जीत लिया so again any European competition is fine for them right now but again next season maybe उनका गोल होगा टॉप 4 फिनिश करना
Yeah, we all hoped Leicester City to at least grab that Champions League spot, and also we should all know that it's not about how you play the entire league. It's about how you end the league. So it doesn't matter where you are standing for most of the time in the league. If you don't finish at the top four or if you don't win, then we could say that it wasn't a fine league for you because the kind of standards Leicester City had set, we all expected them to go on and play the Champions League. Anyway, we'll talk about Arsenal. Arsenal has a chance to grab the European League's spot, the UEFA Europa League spot, if they go on and defeat Chelsea at the final of the FA Cup. So Arsenal has a chance, and we're talking about Arsenal for a lot of time now, and we are discussing how in a good form Arsenal is at the moment, and they'd surely attack Chelsea and even go on and win the FA Cup to grab the European Championship spot.
Again, if you talk about Arsenal, you know Arsenal managed to defeat Arsenal, Liverpool को हराया, फिर City को हराया. Again, they managed to get those wins. But again, after that, you know, four days later, they managed to Aston Villa से हार गए वो लोग. And again, Watford put a challenge for this, which I think so. मतलब it's a good thing because Manchester City and Liverpool didn't have anything to play, whereas Aston Villa and Watford had everything to play. And again, after coming that, I think so. Yeah, Aston Villa defeated Arsenal 1-0, and Arsenal defeated to manage Watford 3-2. Again, if you talk about FA Cup final, which we'll talk about in depth when we make a video of it maybe next week. So again, I would like to say one
video on the preview game of the FA Cup final. Right. So just make a quick prediction. Do you think Arsenal will defeat Chelsea? Just make a small prediction.
It's difficult to say now because again both teams are unpredictable with their form, you know. And Chelsea again.
So you're going with a draw.
Chelsea had a massive moral boost, you know. They managed to defeat Wolves 2-0 before coming to this game and finishing the top 4. They are surely in the Champions League next season. Again, I would go back to 1 year prior to this when Arsenal and Chelsea were in the Europa League final. But Chelsea, you know, they had already secured a place to Champions League, and Arsenal had to win that competition to secure a Champions League place, and they managed to blow it off, lost to 4-1. Again, those circumstances, these circumstances are different. The manager was different again, so I do think that it will be a close game. I don't think about who's gonna win this game, but I will say one thing that Chelsea is gonna come out of gates. They will try to pressurize Arsenal, and Arsenal might be because I think so position-wise Chelsea is gonna lead the game. Position-wise, attacking-wise, Chelsea is going to lead the game. But again, don't rule out Arsenal the way they performed against Manchester City, so that they can play any style of football. Again, I cannot predict it now, but I will go when I will go in depth, of this match and all. Maybe I will make my prediction in that video.
Right, and we'll talk about Aston Villa, who escaped relegation by just 1 point. So just talk about Aston Villa, like describe Aston Villa in quick, like 30 seconds or 1 minute. If you
If
could
you
talk
talk about
about their game.
if you talk about Aston Villa, Aston Villa for the most of the time they were, sitting in the relegation zone. I think so they were 19th, just above Norwich, and they were far below, 4 5 points below the 17th spot, which is the safest spot in the Premier League, non-relegation zone. So again, they started off they started off after lockdown that says 5 or 6 points below that relegation, 17th place, and they managed to defeat again after lockdown, they faced Sheffield United. They managed to get a draw against them. Then they managed to defeat Arsenal. Then they got points against Manchester United. Then they, I think so. I don't remember any. But again, the way the character they have shown, the character to bounce back from a bad season, winning games after winning games, just going on winning games. And again, at the last day, I think so they were 17th, but they still had to get 1 point to finish above the relegation zone. And again, at the last day, I would like to praise one guy, that is Jack Grealish. Again, Jack Grealish played exceptionally well for them. If it wasn't for Jack Grealish, I don't think so they Aston Villa would have managed to get out of the relegation zone. Again, kudos to Aston Villa. And Aston Villa is a big club. It's not a small club. It's a big club. It's a Premier League giant, if you talk about in certain way. They used to play in Premier League for a long, long time, but still after one bad
Yeah, if
season,
we
they were.
talk about Aston Villa's history.
Yes, again, they were a big club, as a huge club, and I would love to see them, Aston Villa in the Premier League. It's a big club. It doesn't deserve to go in the championship, and they have managed to get that. And kudos to them. On the final day, they managed to get that 1 draw against West Ham, and other results were according to them. So again, congratulations to them for staying in the Premier League, and good luck for next season.
Yeah, a good result for Aston Villa, and we congratulate them for remaining in the Premier League. So, yeah, that's what we have for you in this video. This was the summary of the Premier League. We talked about Liverpool, we talked about City, we talked about the mid-table teams like Arsenal, and we also talked about the relegated teams or other teams that was almost relegated. We talked about Aston Villa as well. So that's it from our side in this video. We'll see you in the next video now. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you have questions, do let us know in the comment section, or we'll also link our Instagrams down below, so you can ask questions over there as well. We'll be more than happy to answer them in our Q&A video. So that's it from my side.
Just a quick note, if you are watching, say if you're still watching and you follow our Instagram page or Sports Bar, you can ask us question on that page, And next up is a cricket podcast, as we all said, cricket podcast and all that. Okay, next up is a cricket podcast. It will, just come after, when the England West Indies series is over. It will come after that, and we would like to get some questions. If you want to ask something about cricket, Amma is here, to answer all your questions. So again, if you have any cricket related questions, we will include them in the podcast again. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section also, and follow our Instagram page. And that's it. You want to say anything, Amar? Or should I end this?
No, it's okay. Also, one thing that we've linked our blogs